Hey, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jose. I'm the busy pastor, and I have Brian Rodriguez here. He is the social media pastor right here. So he's going to help us to navigate through this. Reason number one is you may not have the equipment to go live.
This one is so obvious that it's easy to miss. The reality is that we have to fight in our own armor. And if you're in a church that hasn't made investments and placed any money towards developing the resources as well as time to develop social media pages and to have technology to be able to stream live, you're just going to struggle and you're going to fight against what you can do best. Mm-hmm. You're going to actively sabotage what you can offer as a church by trying to be live all the time. And it's just not worth it. As you and I are experiencing as we're filming this video, it's uncomfortable to speak in front of a camera at a lens. So if you don't have that background, if you haven't done that regularly, and then you're on live as well, it's going to get clunky.
Yeah, you're going to make a lot of mistakes, and it's better to edit those mistakes out than,
Absolutely, because the advice here is, hey, if you want to preach a sermon, if you want to continue to, you've been going through a certain book with your church, and you want to continue to offer teaching content, that's great. But make it easy on yourself and record it ahead of time.
All right. So reason number two, you may not have an audience built in. Why is that important?
So this is connected to that first one, right? If you haven't had time or the resources developed to your online presence, then you probably don't have much of an audience. Now, this isn't made easier by the social media platforms either, by the way. Mm-hmm. Facebook and Instagram, they have very limited reach. They are algorithmic, and so you may have several hundred or even 1,000 likes on your page, but that doesn't mean that people are going to actually see your content if you publish it live or if you publish it at all. So you're going to have a difficult time, and if you are going into this whole excursion all alone, you're going to have an even harder time. I strongly recommend that you work with a team. Even if you're the pastor and you're the teacher, it's okay. Like, you just work with a team, whatever elders, deacons, whoever's active and involved and committed to the church, whoever has a good time when they go to church, you're gonna want to use them. And by the way, this does assume that you have a real community offline. Because if you don't have a real community offline, and I don't know how you're going to build a community online, because again, you're not trying to become Mr. Influencer Pastor for this moment. What you're doing is you're trying to navigate this season of distancing while maintaining a pastoral presence through the digital space.
Our third reason why not to preach live is because it's not sustainable for a long period of time. But if you record a short video, it's easier on you and for however long this thing lasts.
Yeah, we have no idea how long this is going to last. So might as well be a little strategic about how you distribute your content. If you're doing a short devotional once a week and then you're doing a published sermon once a week, that's going to keep you pretty busy. You'll find out soon enough how, if you haven't already, how time consuming it is to edit video. So again, we're trying to elevate the quality of the message. We're trying to elevate the experience of people engaging with it. And this is good, but to do that, you'll need to develop a little bit of time, devote some time to editing it. So it'll be easier on you if you focus on a shorter time frame. As well, they are more shareable, right, Jose? The internet audiences do prefer 6 to 10 minutes. That's what they're used to.
Reason number four is that people are more willing to share a short video than to share a long video, right? When you think about YouTube, people go in, they may watch a YouTube live, and they will step out once they get bored. But if it's a 6 to 10 minute video, they're going to watch it all, or most of it at least. Reason number five is because you can create, instead of preaching live, you can create other meaningful, connecting experiences for your members.
Yeah, so the way I think of pastoring is presencing. So you really don't have all the answers, and you don't change people. God changes people. God has answers for people. What you do is you presence with people, right? You journey with people. You are there and you point and remind and do your best and all that. So use live, but use it in its best context. Look, what you can offer as a pastor, even though you don't have all the technology and maybe you're not Elevation or whatever, like, you can offer them your presence and you can be local. You can speak to what they're going through, and you can speak with the knowledge and the experience that you have with them. And this is best utilized in private, one-on-one or small group video conferences where there is a live component, but you are now just focusing in on your church members, and you're not just publishing to a wide general internet audience and hoping the algorithm gods favor you. I would devote my time to those efforts, honestly. Like, if you want to preach, go ahead and preach. If you want to create preaching videos, that's awesome. But I would focus on devoting my time to preserving the sense of community that my church has through Zoom, through FaceTime, through these private group sessions that aren't gonna make it to the internet, and that's okay. Like that's good, and that's good. Like, that's not less than.
Our sixth reason is because you cannot create an online community overnight.
Listen, I work in social media professionally, and community management and community building is a full-time job. It is not just something that happens in one day. It's a lot of work. So again, if you didn't have an offline community, then you're probably sorry out of luck. But if you did have an offline community and now you want to translate that into an online space, it's still going to take work, but at least you have a leg up on everyone else who's starting with zero. So you're going to need a lot of engagement. You're going to need a lot of interaction, a lot of points of contact. And it's really not something that you can do on your own. Mm-hmm. You have to recruit elders, deacons, other people in your community to extend those digital touch points, because it just requires a lot of attention and a lot of engagement. So that's also something that we've been doing with our church really well. We are doing the pre-recorded sermons, and then pastoral team and leadership teams across our campuses are engaging with everyone who tunes in. And that's one additional way to help kind of create that sense of like, we're all doing this together, right? And that's what you're trying to do as you develop this digital community. You're trying to make everyone feel like they're in the same space, and there's a sense of togetherness.
So there you go. Those are the reasons why not to preach live. Thanks for watching this video. If you want some extra information, I prepared a Google Slides that you can access in the links down below. And if you have any questions for myself or for Brian, you can go to the comment section of this video and make sure to reach out to us. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you on the next one.